Hi, welcome to Module 4, Authentic and Realistic Dialogue. I am Emma Justine here. In the previous module, we learned about scenes and structure. In this module, we are now going to learn about how to craft realistic dialogue. Dialogue, just as scenes, are the other tool we use to move the plot forward in crime fiction writing. Bad dialogue can break your story. Readers lose interest in your story if the dialogue feels forced or unrealistic. Engaging dialogue brings characters to life in the reader's mind. Make sure your dialogue sounds genuine and authentic. The best way to write dialogue is to know your characters intimately, so you know the way each character thinks, speaks, and feels. My advice is that when you are out there in the restaurants or when you are with friends, listen and consider each person's speaking style and whether it is a style you want to adapt for one of your characters. As you observe actual conversation in your daily life, try to emulate them in your writing. Use dialogue to advance the story and reveal how a character feels about another character or convey other vital information that will move your story forward. When done correctly, revealing information through dialogue creates momentum and engagement that keeps readers turning pages. There are two types of dialogue. There is direct verbal dialogue, and then there is non-verbal dialogue through action. Start with direct verbal dialogue. This is the most common type of dialogue where a character directly speaks to another character. In this case, you need to avoid empty words that don't advance the story. Make your character sound real and remember that when real people talk, there is always something else going on in the scene. Someone may yawn because she is bored, or another character may look out of the window because he or she is admiring the view. Or maybe someone is having a cup of tea. Non-verbal dialogue through action. Here a character may wave a hand at another character in greeting, or a character may shake a fist at another character displaying rage. Characters should epitomize these human attributes so they come alive on the page. Body language is a non-verbal form of dialogue you can use to communicate the feelings of your characters. Your character's body language including posture, eye gestures, arm and hand gestures, and mannerisms, as well as verbal expressions like laughter, sighing, and groaning, can deepen characterization and further readers' understanding of the conversation at hand. For example, a conversation with a character may start with a fake smile while gripping both hands together tightly in disgust and then wringing them as he gets angry and the argument heats up. Body language is a non-verbal form of dialogue and it includes posture, eye gestures, hand and arm gestures as we said before. Posture is a prime focus to show the overall mood of a character. From a distance, it can also provide interesting information, such as walking crouched over like an old man or slumping down to pick up something. Eye gestures. The eyes are a powerful form of unspoken communication. Gazing is a common trait to stare down a character to show hatred. Shifting the eye away or covering them with a hand to shy away shows shame or dishonesty. For example of an eye gesture, a character may talk about an event with a grimace on his face, raising an eyebrow or a cold stare. These theatrics paint a vivid emotional suspense in the reader's mind. Hand and arm gestures. We communicate many things with our hands and arms. Folded arms across the chest serve to shield away others. Open arms for happiness and welcoming. Waving a hand in greeting, friendly. Other effective methods to express dialogue are sounds like strikes, clashes, thuds, and bangs. For example, an occasional nose sniff or a sigh shows sadness. Closing a door with a bang shows anger. Clearing of a throat before a character speaks can be a cue for tension. A rising or falling of tone can describe a conversation tending towards an argument. Other actions like twiddling fingers, a frown, a cough, pacing the floor, these are body language traits that build suspense in crime fiction writing. Dialogue should always revolve around tension and suspense. The purpose of dialogue is to make it more efficient than normal speech and yet still have it sound realistic. This is what makes dialogue a challenge. The most important thing in dialogue is to avoid wordiness. Cut any line of dialogue down to as few words as possible. Compression can make dialogue more crisp, engaging, and realistic. Eliminate unimportant words that don't carry meaning, such as hi, ha ha, oh my goodness, geez. Expressions like this sound chatty and unimportant. They reduce tension. These types of words can be used in making a character's speech distinctive, but use them only sparingly. Dialogue fragments. People don't generally speak in complete grammatically correct sentences. The trick is to use sentence fragments to emulate real speech patterns. For example, you have a dialogue line here. Have you had a shower? Instead, they say, had a shower? This makes your dialogue more natural, and it also makes it more crisp, compelling, and it gives it a quick pace. Your task now is to write dialogue that resonates with your audience. Good luck!